speaking of people who are almost as old as Lawrence Brooks, but who unfortunately don't have any wisdom, Joe Biden. This is a weird story. People were tweeting this to me even on my vacation. I had to see it because I thought I was living in a kind of bizarro world universe. You know, over my vacation, I didn't shave. So I had like a kind of little goatee. And then I saw my evil twin. He was the one without the goatee. And I was the one with the goatee. But it was my evil twin. TJ Ducklo, Joe Biden's national press secretary, went on Fox News, went on Bret Baier's show, and was asked specifically what Joe Biden would have done differently on coronavirus. He had no answer.
The vice president was not against the travel ban, first of all. Second of all, let's remember an important, Brett, let's remember an important distinction. Donald Trump was the president of the United States. It was on Donald Trump.
I'm asking you if Joe Biden was the president of the United States.
It was on Donald Trump to take action to actually protect the American people.
He closed the travel to China.
Joe Biden wrote an op-ed in USA Today in January warning that the threat was coming. Joe Biden said in February that Donald Trump should get people on the ground in China. What did Donald Trump do? Donald Trump was praising China. Donald Trump was praising President Xi's response, saying that they had it under control, when clearly he knew, as we now know from Bob Woodward, they did not have it under control. He should have been protecting the American people. He should have been putting real plans in place.
So let me just clarify.
Actually confront this incredibly dangerous
threat.
Let
me just clarify. You're saying that Joe Biden was for closing down travel from China when the president did it?
Joe Biden has been clear, and I can send you the fact checks if they're helpful, Brett. Joe Biden has been clear that he was not against that travel ban.
But he was for it?
Joe Biden has been clear about this, Brett. I can send you the fact checks if they're helpful. This has been fact checked into oblivion.
It only got worse from there. You see, he can't give an answer. He just talks about the fact checks. People did point out at this point that Mr. Ducklo bears a striking resemblance to me. They were asking if he was me, and I guess I just owe the people an explanation. I'll just come clean. Well, you all thought I was on vacation. I became Joe Biden's national press secretary. I figured right now that's the only way I can get on Fox these days is just pretend to be a liberal and Joe Biden's press secretary. So that's what I did. Okay, I'm sorry that I did it, but I thought it would be a fun troll of the Joe Biden campaign. And obviously Joe Biden would have no idea because he doesn't know what planet he's on these days. I got to tell you though, I, TJ Ducklo, am a pretty weak liberal spokesman. Because, I clearly had no answer to that question. And the reason is, Bret Baier, you got to give him, this guy is so great. This guy is so great at his job. He's pretty much a straight shooter when it comes to these things. He says, okay, you're saying that he was always clear that he didn't oppose the travel ban. So was he for the travel ban? Was he for it? And the answer is absolutely not. How do we know that? We have Joe Biden on record decrying Trump's travel ban from China when it was instituted as hysterical xenophobia.
Coronavirus emanated from China. A national emergency, worldwide alerts. The American people need to have a president who they can trust what he says about it, that he is going to act rationally about it. In moments like this is where the credibility of the president is most needed, as he explains what we should and should not do. This is no time for Donald Trump's record of hysterical xenophobia.
No time for that. No time. By the way, it wasn't just Joe Biden. At the same time, Nancy Pelosi, during the height of the rising coronavirus, Nancy Pelosi goes to Chinatown in San Francisco, no mask, ton of people all around, and says, come on down to Chinatown. Bill de Blasio doing the same kind of stuff in New York. All of these liberals were completely downplaying the virus, trying to keep travel open with China, trying to get people out in the open. They're still doing it with the BLM riots. They're saying, yeah, go out and riot and we'll be together. But if you ever show up to anything conservative, then everyone's going to die of coronavirus. So they have no answer whatsoever. I do feel a little bit sorry for Mr. Ducklo because the campaign is only as good as the candidate most of the time. Okay, and Joe Biden as a candidate is completely failing. He was asked a question about whether or not he's losing a step or two, whether he loses his train of thought. And what does he do? He says it's completely ridiculous. And while he's explaining why he doesn't lose his train of thought, he loses his train of thought.
Just look at us, okay? Just look at us. Who seems to be in shape? Who's able to move around? This idea of, slow Joe. I shouldn't laugh about it because, anyway, Donald Trump, just look at us both, watch us, and determine whether or not you think I'm misleading anyone, not you personally, but the public. You know, look at me.
What, you think I would lose my train of thought? What do you think? People have said that I would lose my train of thought. What, just because I saw a butterfly? What, you mean like a monarch butterfly? One of those cute little black and orange butterflies fluttering all around, you know, every which way, kind of blowing around in the wind, and it's so nice on a nice, light, breezy day at the end of August. Labor Day weekend is a great time. I love Labor Day, love American labor. What were we talking about? What were we talking about again? I hope you enjoyed this segment of The Michael Knowles Show. And you should know, on September 28th, The Michael Knowles Show will be moving from the Daily Wire YouTube channel to The Michael Knowles Show YouTube channel, because that just makes sense, doesn't it? It's right there. It's right there in the name. There is a link in the description below. Head on over, subscribe to The Michael Knowles Show YouTube channel, ring the bell. You will never miss another video.